All right, so we've got the 14 days of quarantine AMRAP, okay? It is a 14-minute AMRAP. You're gonna go through as many rounds as you can in that 14 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna show you a few different variations today of different movements. Get creative with it, have a little fun, see what you can do. If you can get outside, do what you can, okay? So we've got 14 of each of the movements too. That makes it easy. The only number you have to remember today is 14. All right, so the first thing we've got is pulls or bent over row. If you have the access to a pull-up bar or a tree branch or something like that where you can do pull-ups, go ahead and do pull-ups for this, okay? If you don't, I'm going to show you some different options that we can do. This one's kind of fun. We'll make it like a ring row. What I did, I just took a bed sheet and I hung it over the door. Thankfully this door closes this way, and I left half of it on the other side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap it around my hands a little bit just to give me a little bit of a handle, okay? And then I'm going to lean back like I'm going to do, like I do a ring row, okay? And then I'm going to pull myself forward. So that is going to be like a ring row, and you can get as creative as you want to with that. You can figure out what the best angle is going to be, and that will be your pulls, okay? If you don't want to do that, or that option doesn't work, or you want to do something different, I got a couple of different options here, okay? So I've got a giant bag of cat food here. Don't judge me. You saw how big that animal was in the last video, okay? He needs to be fed. So what I'm going to do, he's going to get excited about this too because it's a bag of cat food, but I'm going to do a bent over row using the bag of cat food, okay? So I'm going to send my hips back. Going to make sure that we're still running here. Yep. I'm going to send the hips back. I'm going to keep the torso and the back flat. I'm going to lean forward. I'm going to go up and back down, okay? So that's going to be my bent over row. Told you he was excited. All right, then the other thing that I can do, and I want to do that for the bent over row, I've also got this tub here, this tote of very random things that is very heavy, okay? This is probably a bunch of stuff that I will never use, but you know, I need to have it in my laundry room or garage because that's what you do. So I'm going to take this tote, I'm going to start from the ground up to the chest and back down to the ground. Okay, so I can substitute that when it's that same form for the pulls. I'm going to try and use something that's heavier today than the bag. If you do use a bag, try and get it as heavy as possible. Okay. All right, and then the next thing we've got is box jumps or step ups. I don't have any surfaces here in my apartment that I feel would be wise to jump on. So I'm going to use my handy chair that I've used before for step ups and working to stand all the way up to extension at the top. Coming back down, I'll switch legs, okay? So make sure you're showing control and you're not doing this. You're standing all the way tall at the top, extending those hips. The last movement we've got is thrusters. So you can pick, again, some sort of an object, whatever you want to. I'm gonna go back to the bag of cat food. I don't think my cat would actually let me do a thruster with him. It would also probably be very fatiguing, as large as he is. But I'm going to start with my hands underneath the bag. I'll start about here, like I'm going to do a front squat, press at the top, okay? I'll move back here a little bit so you can make sure that you get to extension here and you're in a neutral position, okay? We don't want the weight to be out in front of us. We don't want our heads to be all the way through. We want it to be straight up and down. Squat and press. All right, so that is the 14 days of quarantine. Have some fun, find some different objects, and we'll go from there. All right, as usual, if you have questions, comments, concerns, if you have weight, if you checked out dumbbells today, if you have kettlebells, whatever you want to use, those are perfect things to use for those movements, both for the thrusters and the row. You can do dumbbells, dumbbell row, you can do dumbbell thrusters, same thing with the kettlebell. You could use a medicine ball. Anything that you've got is totally fine. So if you need some help figuring out how exactly to modify it for the equipment that you have, please let me know. Also, just as a reminder, we have been doing some equipment checkout. So check your email on that stuff. Check the Facebook post. If you are interested in taking some stuff home for the duration of this, let me know. Send me a message, an email, a text, and we can get you hooked up with some equipment. Okay? All right. And don't forget to put your results in SugarWOD. There you go.